something happened when my girlfriend started to become famous as a YouTuber, and she started to receive more and more makeup. I started to find makeup, in the sofa. I would find makeup under my pillow. There was makeup,
She works 24 hours.
I say we have to get you a room, like now you have the income, you can at least have your own room.
Yeah.
This room she started to fill also with makeup, of course. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, it's good for her, of course. She's really happy to get makeup. She can always close the door, so it's no worries. Like, the mountain starts growing, but I can just close the door. This makeup only comes to the room, it never goes out,
Yes.
And the room has a limit.
Yes.
Even here we have some. Okay, this is not sponsored. Okay, but you see, it's boxes everywhere. Now you're thinking about this. I talked with my girlfriend, and we decided that she has to sell her makeup, but she really don't want to. So we took about half of the makeup. By the way, everything we sold is all for charity. Like, we don't take the money; we give it all to charity. And she rented a cafe, and in the cafe we had a table, and we put up with, like, she told all her friends to come there and buy all the stuff. Finally, it's time to open the door. Open the door. It's like a stampede, It's like crazy animals. All the girls are like rushing to that table to just like get
makeup.
Yeah, to get the makeup. So it was really, really insane. She said it's just enough for her, but in the end it was enough to supply 200 girls. 200 people came, and bought makeup. Do you know how much we made selling my girlfriend's makeup for charity?
I'm listening, Jonas. Bring it on.
150,000.
Was 150,000 of makeup.
But even me, I look at it, I thought, maybe this is 20,000 worth of makeup, because it was a pile, like it was a lot. Like half a room basically of makeup. Now in the end we sold it for 150,000 for charity. Selling my girlfriend makeup. And I realized that her makeup is enough to give makeup to 200 girls. It's like I've been living with 200 girlfriends. I find these boxes, even here, I didn't even think about this. It's basically everywhere. So and this of course, this has nothing to do with the topic we're gonna talk about today. I just wanted to share my recent, the recent event of my life. Recently, I started to make some. It's not exactly teaching, but make some presentation. I was invited to some different universities to go there and speak about how to be a YouTuber, but maybe more importantly, the difference between Sweden and Taiwan.
Cultural difference.
I wanted, because you have more experience.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was coming to me.
This ball is coming to you. So I wanted to ask you, what was your biggest shock of working in Taiwan, or working culture in Taiwan?
Maybe I should say that maybe financially, of course, the pay in Taiwan is way better than the pay in my country.
Yeah.
But then our salaries are way lower. But then it looks like our working time is also much longer, because for a teacher.
Oh, really? It's longer?
Yes, because for a teacher in Taiwan, you're paid hourly, right?
Yeah.
But in my country, yes, it looks like you're paid hourly, but not really. Not really. It looks like the working time, because for us teachers, there is something you call a self-motivation. You have a self-motivation thing within you.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when you're teaching a certain kid, unless they've understood what you're saying, you may not let them go. You get it? So you want to teach until it has stuck in them. That's when you can go. Yeah. Now in Taiwan, you really can't do that, because you're teaching according to the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's around 1 hour. You're paid for 1 hour. You're paid for an hour and a half. So you can't actually go beyond.
Yeah.
Because if you go beyond, a parent will complain. If you do less, a parent will complain. You get. Now in my country, a parent is happy when you go longer.
Yeah, of course.
Even if the kid isn't happy, the parent doesn't care. So we end up working harder than we actually are supposed to.
It's a really, really interesting point, because I think in Sweden, I often talk about that we are more relaxed, and I think what you say from a teacher perspective, of course, is really, really good. You stay there until the kid understands, not until they are done.
Yes.
I mean, not until time is up, until they understand.
Yes, until they understand, because you feel bad that they haven't. You motivate yourself to do it.
But I think also in Sweden you will get some shit for this, because they would say, the teacher from Uganda, she just keeps the kid there. She's not efficient. She just keeps them there hour after hour. Kids never allowed to go home.
Yeah.
They are getting late for their soccer practice.
Of course.
That would be a valid complaint.
Of course, you have to look at the student and see their ability.
Yeah.
Because when the student is not willing and then you push them, you're wasting time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to, but every parent is happy when you keep the kid going.
Yeah, of course.
Because I've noticed, not just where I work, but other places, they like sticking by the book.
Yeah.
They follow. And then me, when I look at the kids, I see, they're young. So I know that their concentration will end at some point.
Yeah.
And then I have to create kind of a game to excite them, play around with them, and then we get back to class.
It's so funny you're saying this because I feel the same with my YouTubers or my people watching. Like, I know for 2 minutes they can listen to me talking. Something have to happen after 2 minutes,
So when I'm teaching, I usually bring out the more playful side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most schools and the experience that I've heard here and there and what my friends have shared with me, most schools prefer you stick by the book, teach exactly what the book says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I can appreciate because if it's the culture, then it's no problem. But for me, sometimes once in a while I put a bit of game, play around.
I think it's good because I think as soon as the attention is not there on the book, or what you are saying, as the attention goes somewhere else, they are not learning,
It does, and they will step on the tables and then do crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's true. I lived in the US for a little while also as an engineer, and something in the US that was super important was to do networking, Like I had the business cards, business card all the time goes in different people, and I always follow up. I write mail when I get a business card. We try to meet. Like networking was super important when I was in the US. In Taiwan, I find that I get quite many business cards from people. Even when we just take a dinner together, they usually give me their business card. But there is no follow up on this.
Come to think of it, you should have told me to carry my business card. I have a full bag, the ones that I've received.
Yeah.
Because I realize even in my country, when you exchange a business card with somebody, it's because you actually really want to establish rapport with them.
Yeah.
Yes, this is how it is as well in my country. But when I came to Taiwan, I got so many.
Yeah.
And at first I didn't know, I didn't know because at first for me, I always thought that maybe it's because you have something in common, business connection.
Yeah.
But when I go to Taiwan, it doesn't matter. Even for friends, anything, you can have you can exchange business cards.
And how much of this is followed up upon?
I think none. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. The people who gave me their business cards and then have my line, and I have their line, that's different.
Yeah, line is like business card is like the first. It's like it's a polite nothing in Taiwan.
Polite nothing.
But I think really business card in Taiwan is polite nothing.
Yeah.
Because people also when they add online, I think it's really good. People always send a smiley. Always gonna be like, this one.
Do that again.
And that's the one, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one always coming online. But line is stronger.
How did we end up talking about business?
No, it's good. We are close to the red thread of working culture. No, I just ask you if the students are gonna call you Miss Naluboka.
They actually call me Helen.
Oh, in here or in?
Oh, here they call me Heiren Lao Shi.
Really?
It's not Helen. They actually say Heiren Lao Shi.
Oh, really?
Yes. This is what the kids say. Every time I tell them Helen, they say, "Oh, 对，没错，她是黑人老师."
Oh my
These
God.
kids.
I think in Sweden, if you were teaching there, the kids start calling you the black teacher or something.
Yeah, because that's the exact translation.
Yeah.
But nicknames are acceptable.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. Then why would they call you Byron?
Byron Lauscher. That's why I don't teach. Okay, so today we talked about a lot of different things, about the difference in working culture and also a lot of other things as well. And if you also think that this is a really interesting topic, we also recorded a short podcast together where we go a little bit more in depth into these questions, and we also talk about, for example, the gender pay difference, the difference of how much the girl and the guy is getting paid in different countries. And if you think these are interesting topics, you can become a channel member and listen to our podcast. And that is actually everything for today's video. Please subscribe to my channel, follow Helen on Instagram. Are you on YouTube yet? Did you start your YouTube account?
Not yet.
Oh,
just
not yet.
Just about.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So also her YouTube account is coming. We're getting there. One day. No pressure. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.